Hey guys, Eric here with Fast Slow Motion. Super excited today to be joined by Nolan, Verner, one of our project leaders, and Scott Sidell, one of our value clients. Scott is the Chief Operating Officer and General Counsel for Datos Insights. Scott, thanks for joining us on the call. Nolan, thanks for hopping in.
Very excited to be here. Happy to talk with you guys. So Datos Insights, we're a research and advisory firm, and we're focused on providing technology and strategic insights to the insurance, banking, wealth management industry, and the solution providers that service those groups.
What was it that brought you to FSM a couple of years ago?
So the problem that we were facing was fairly obvious. We were, at the time, two distinct organizations coming together as one. We had two separate Salesforce instances. Since that time, we have actually added a third organization, RBR, to the mix, all now under the Datos Insights family. And so we had these two separate instances, and just from a beginning, we really needed to kind of combine our Salesforce instances so we could take a holistic view of the business, understand our customers, our prospects, but also our internal operations and flows. All were, substantially reliant upon that. Prior to working with Fast Slow Motion, we were working with many disparate systems and data sets. And working with you folks, that was our first step to get everything under one umbrella and help drive efficiencies within the organization.
And so, Nolan, you've been a part of this team for a while now, helping Scott work through some of these problems. Those org migrations, those can be pretty complex projects. How does the team kind of break it down and get ready to execute those?
As Scott can tell you, it's very involved in nature from the client perspective. So it's a partnership very much. It's our first look at a lot of historical things that we got to get from point A to point B. The other piece of that we love for Scott and his team to get access to is a little bit more of the bigger brain at Fast Slow Motion, because we all have a lot of different skill sets that we'll bring to the table, but you get to access with those more complex migrations, the larger Fast Slow Motion brain. So he got to deal with other folks who deal a lot just solely in data migrations, integrations, our team doing the delivery side of the day-to-day. So there's a lot more touch points, a lot more intimacy that you get to experience when those projects are just more complex in nature.
The approach that we really kind of worked with the team at FSM on was not only really kind of taking these disparate data points, but really kind of working from the desired business goals and working backwards. So Nolan and his team and everyone else at Fast Slow Motion over the last couple of years have not only demonstrated their technical know-how and their project management skills, but there's a level of business acumen that really helped accelerate this project and get it done. It was, what are we trying to achieve? And then walk it backwards to find those distinct steps to build into that. Without doing that, we would have gone through a ton of iteration and really not have had the same type of efficiencies built into the end project.
Collaboration, I think it's such a key element to what we do. Scott knows his business better than we do. However, in order for us to make sure we're delivering week in, week out, getting to that end result together, the best way that we can do that is just come alongside, ask all those questions, get into the details. The idea is to try to sit there and say, what do you need? How can we partner with you? We don't want it to be transactional at all in nature. It's a partnership, truly.
Well, Scott, I know mergers, acquisitions, companies coming together, this is something that happens all the time. Companies needing to combine their CRM systems into one. What advice would you give to business leaders out there that may be tackling a similar problem that they're looking at?
The first piece of advice is really slow down to speed up. You can immediately jump into very tactical, very transactional enhancements or changes within your environment to get something done today. ultimately that leads to more downward flowing issues that you need to take into an account in advance. So I think taking some time in advance, being thoughtful about the process, have a great partner at hand who will question and challenge, and even more importantly, make better suggestions to enhance what you're trying to do. And so get that groundwork done first, figure out what the press result should read, the press release should read at the end of the day, and then work backwards from there. And, make sure that you have a great team to partner with.